you have the will to put the work in and get this done. Hey there, Scorpio, and welcome to your week of November 8th, 2021 General Tarot reading. We're going to look at your energy coming into this week, some possible challenges for you, and some possible outcomes as well. We're going to clarify all those cards, and then we're going to tie them off with an oracle card at the end, so you're going to want to stick around for that. These are general readings, though, Scorpio, so some, all, or none of it may resonate with you. If it does, that's fantastic. If it doesn't, just not your message. Don't try to make anything fit that doesn't. Remember, if you have to force a fart, it's probably poop. So thank you so much for being here, Scorpio, and let's take a look at what we got coming in for you this week. We're starting things off with the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords. Wow. Wow, that's a powerful energy. And the Knight of Cups. Wow. That's a first for me, I think, having a king and queen come out together in a reading like right away in like a group like this. That's really interesting. So for you, Scorpio, I feel like right now maybe you just recently met someone you feel like you have a soulmate connection with. And it doesn't matter your gender because we got both here. And even if we only had one or the other, it doesn't matter your gender anyway. Oh, excuse me, but I feel like this is you and this person connecting in a way based on honesty and based on vulnerability, not necessarily vulnerability, but honesty and being raw with each other. Kind of just being like, hey, like, this is my deal. Here's my boundaries. This is what I got going on. All this good stuff. This is what I'm looking for. That kind of stuff. And they're being the same back with you. And I just feel like that's a fantastic way to start off. It's just like, hey, here's the deal with both of us. Let it all be known. All the cards are on the table. And like, let's just go from here and see what happens. I feel like that's going to be a real serious connection for the both of you, because like, of course, whenever a king and queen come out together, that's like the divine counterparts. The king and queen of swords aren't necessarily the most loving couple of all the kings and queens, but they do still match up very well. Like, they're both very honest and truthful with each other. Like, they have that going for them over all the other kings and queens, where, like, for instance, the cups, they might not want to hurt each other's feelings, so they won't tell each other the truth, that kind of a energy, right? So yeah, I just think that's very awesome. With the Knight of Cups out here as well, just like the Knight of Cups is Prince or Princess Charming, so there you go. Them coming in as well, and someone. I feel like you're going out looking. Maybe if you haven't recently met this person, I feel like you're making efforts to go after them, because you can see the Knight of Cups here is taking steps to cross the river to go after what they want. So I feel like that's you kind of trying to put yourself out there to find your King or Queen of Swords, right? But yeah, again, just both you being very honest with each other, being very open, and like I say, raw with each other. Both you seeing clearly, having clarity as to what expectations and such are going to be with the two of you. That's fantastic. I love that. That's awesome. Wow. Oh wow, that's shocking. So let's take a look at some possible challenges you might be facing this week here. Scorpio. Jeez Louise. I'm still stunned by this. Wow, I'm surprised. We got the more swords. We got the 9 of swords, the 10 of swords. The swords just keep on coming. And the Emperor. We got the sign of Aries coming in here. So, you might have Aries in your chart. Might be dealing with an Aries. Let me know down in the comments below. This person, though, for you, you and them are likely have air in your chart, so that'd be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Means we got so many swords here. It's unbelievable. 66% of this reading has been swords thus far. But we got the 9 of swords and the 10 of swords here. I feel like this is kind of a situation where you feel like you kind of have these unnecessary anxieties and feeling like things are going to end very quickly. Maybe you feel like, there's an Emperor kind of moving in on your king or queen here at this time. Maybe they're talk about how like their ex is still kind of in the picture a bit, and maybe their ex is an Aries. Could be that case, or it might be a situation where this is kind of like their boss, for instance, or your boss even, where the kind of a lot of your time gets put into them. rather than getting put into your person. You know what I'm saying? Like you're spending too much time at work, and because your emperor is demanding that of you or demanding that of them, and you're not getting really a lot of time here. But I feel like you're both being very open. So I feel like that is going to balance out where it's going to be like, hey, I work a lot, but I still want this and want to commit to it. It's just understand that we got to make the most of the time we do have with each other. Might be something like that. But again, I just feel like there's some worries here, like with the Ten of Swords, you're afraid like things will just end quickly, like, you know, won't even have a chance to really get out of the gates, and things will just kind of be like slamming the door on you. It's like, oh, well, you weren't, you know, this wasn't going to work out. Or with the Nine of Swords here, just worried like, you know, having all those stresses, anxieties, nightmares that things aren't going to pan out for some reason or another here. But I find that, yeah, with the Nine of Swords, though, the Nine of Swords is always like you're in a good position. It's just a matter of like you got to get your mind out of the gutter, right? So let's take a look at some possible outcome cards here for you, Scorpio. All right, so we got to pop out to start things off. Let's see what that is. The Tower. All right. We got the Tower. We got the Eight of Pentacles. Jumping Jehoshaphat. And we got the Seven of Pentacles. All right. Yeah, this is a big change. Big change coming for you with the Tower. So yeah, some sort of big change. Something that needs to happen, though, in order for this to continue, for this relationship to continue. I don't know what that's going to be, as it is a general reading. But I see here a lot of hard work. Like I feel like you for sure, and maybe and probably them as well, because you're both being so open with each other. Really, you have the gumption and you have the will to put the work in and get this done, to have a successful relationship. The Eight of Pentacles talks about practice makes perfect. Repetition is the path to mastery. Putting the time in so that you can, you know, have, you know, do this the right way, right? And with the Seven of Pentacles down here, it talks about you putting in the hard work, even though it feels like it is kind of a situation where you kind of have to, it's more like a garden where you grow it and you just kind of see what's happening, and you have to kind of work with it as it goes along. But the Seven of Pentacles is making sure that you're on sort of the right path. You're heading towards your big harvest. You're heading towards the good, sweet results, which is the Ten of Pentacles, right? The big time payoff here. But again, with the Tower, it's some sort of change here. I'm not sure what that change is going to be, but we'll find out when we get to your clarifiers. But we're going to start off by clarifying your energy first. So thank you so much for being here, Scorpio. I appreciate it so much. We got a pop out for you already, and it's the Chariot, and another pop out for you. But thank you so much for being here, Scorpio. I appreciate it so much. We're going to tie everything off with an oracle card after these clarifiers, so you're going to want to stick around for that. But thank you again, and let's see what else we got for you, clarifying your energies here. We got, oh, wow. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Wow. All right. We got the Chariot, the High Priestess, and the Ten of Cups. The Chariot is the sign of Cancer, so you might be dealing with a Cancer, might have Cancer in your chart. I'm a Cancer sun, so we might be Cancer astrology buddies. If we are, let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, taking the reins, going for it. That's what I was talking about with the Knight of Cups down here, is that you are taking, going for it, putting yourself out there, trying to find this person. And the Chariot's all about that as well, and having success at it, right? That's what the Chariot card's all about. It's like having success, going for it, taking the reins, being like, I'm going to do this my way. I'm going to find this person. Ten of Cups here, your dream partner, your dream home, your dream life. You can see this family here. Like, that's beautiful, right? This is what you're aiming for. This is what you want in the end, right? When you're looking for your divine counterpart. So that's beautiful as well. I feel like, wow. And with the High Priestess here, trusting your intuition, I feel like you know for sure if this person is the one or not for you, right? If this is that person that you feel that connection with, right? And if you feel it, you feel it. If you don't, and then I'm saying this, and then you're like, oh, well, it must be because he's saying it. Don't trust your gut. Like, trust your gut. Take me out of the equation. Trust your instincts. Trust your gut on whether this person, you feel that connection for real with them. And if you haven't met this person already, then I feel like you know what you want, right? You know exactly what you want, and you're going out for it, and you're going to get it. So that is beautiful. That's awesome, Scorpio. That's fantastic. So let's take a look at what we got for clarifying your challenges here as well. Let's see, Scorpio. Four of Swords. That's been coming up a lot today. The Hierophant. And the Seven of Pentacles again. All right. That's interesting. The Seven of Pentacles came up in your challenge position as well. Just lets me know that you're, again, with the anxieties and the fear, I feel like it's you worrying that you're not going to get a chance to, put this work in and try and make something of it, right? Or at least get that opportunity to make the attempt, right? Rather than just kind of being like, oh, well, we cut it off, nipped it in the bud, right? You want this. You want to at least get here, see, like if we could have given an honest shot, right? The old college try. I never went to college myself, but I assume that's what they do there. But I feel like that's the thing, right? I feel like that's for you. That's like, hey, I want to at least get to this point where like I know I put the work in, right? At least I know we tried here. We didn't just kind of give up when the going got tough. With the Four of Swords, again, just being afraid you're going to be back on your own, or afraid maybe if you haven't found this person yet, you're going to be on your own all the time. With the Four of Swords, it is a card of solitude, being on your own and resting up and recovering. And with the Hierophant here, sign of Taurus. So you might be dealing with Taurus, might have Taurus in your chart, but the Hierophant is a learner, could be a professor type, someone who deals in like, hey, this is how you go about and this is how you learn things. Interesting that it is a professor type because professors deal in like and teachers, like they generally deal in like facts, right? This is what I'm teaching you. This is what's true about something. If you got like a math teacher, science teacher, or something. The King of Swords is someone who is like that, who is like someone who deals in just the facts. Could be like a judge, a mathematician, a lawyer, an accountant, somebody like that. So that could be coming in for you, Scorpio. It's just like you're worried that you're not going to find that person for you. Maybe that's who you're really looking for, is that type of a person, a teacher, a professor, someone like that. So let's look at, we got pop out for you. Oh, yes, Three of Cups. I love it. But let's look at your potential outcomes for you here, Scorpio. And another pop out. Geez, that one really went flying. All right. What do we got here? Aces, Cups. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. And what else? What is our last card for your clarifiers? So Three of Wands. Wow. All right. Three of Wands as well. So Three of Cups, big time celebration. So, you, your friends, your family, your community coming together and celebrating. So I feel like if that's you finding this person, then big time celebrations coming in. It could also be just saying like, if you want to find this person, putting yourself out there, maybe you need to ask your friends or your family or somebody if they, how did they like meet their partner, for instance, or maybe, ask your friends if they know anybody who, if they have like a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whoever, if they have like a single friend, that you could go ask out on a date who's like this, that kind of a thing. Maybe don't be afraid, right? The Tower talks about big change. Maybe that's a big worry for you. You don't want to be that kind of a person, but like, hey, what do you got to lose, right? We got the Three of Wands here too, keeping your eyes out for opportunities, trying to seize those opportunities, making sure you're not missing the boat, right? So again, like I say, that might be one possible thing you could tap, right? Ask somebody out, ask somebody who knows somebody if they know someone, right? That kind of an idea. And the Ace of Cups, overflowing with emotion. I feel like once you finally get a chance to make it work with this person, that's how you two are going to feel. You're going to be overflowing with emotions with the Ace of Cups. So that's beautiful. Oh my Lord, this is a great reading, Scorpio. So let's take a look at your clarifier. Let's take a look at your Oracle card to tie everything off and end it out. Thank you so much for making it this far, Scorpio. I appreciate it so much. Let's see what we got for you. The Armadillo Spirit, that's been coming up a lot too lately. Set healthy boundaries, and that is important. I've been saying it every time it's come out, is you got to set healthy boundaries with new relationships, with new people. You got to let them know, like, hey, this is how it is. I was talking about that with the Queen and King of Swords, how it's like, hey, we got to be upfront and raw and truthful and honest with each other. And I feel like that's what you want, and that's what they want as well. And it's like, set those boundaries, because if they respect them, then you got a good person on your hands, right? But if they're not respecting your boundaries, then obviously this person doesn't want to be with you. They're just here for their own, gain, their own benefit, right? If they're willing to violate your boundaries. I myself dated a woman before, and I set some boundaries with her, and she would say, oh yeah, that's great and whatever, and then turn around the next day and say that it was stupid and that she didn't understand why I was like that, right? Like, you got to watch out for those type of people too, that are giving you what you want right up front and then turning around, and when you're not giving them what they want right back, they're just like, oh, well, this is dumb, right? When you're not betraying yourself for their own benefit, they're like, oh, the hell with you. So watch out for that. But I feel like if this is the person, this is the right person, you're feeling that connection, you don't got to worry about them betraying your boundaries or trying to make you get out of your comfort zone when you're not ready for it. They're going to be right there with you. So that is beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this has helped you out, Scorpio. If you want to help out the channel, though, you can leave a like down below. You can subscribe to the channel. Check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos too after this one. Thank you again for being here, Scorpio, and I hope to see you in the next video.